Hey everyone, how's it all going? Today's video is going to be having a look at my 2022 reading statistics. Now, if we have a quick little look at Goodreads, we will see that I have read a total of 14,117 pages. I've definitely read half of what I had done last year, and books read is 42 now. It is different to how I calculated. I will let you know that I've calculated it differently, just because Goodreads has like different page lengths with the books and all that kind of other stuff. They have different things that I do differently, I guess you could say. My shortest book is Sour Candy by Keelan and Patrick Burke at 84 pages, and my longest book is A Light in the Flame, which is 650 pages. Average length is 336. Most shelved is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. My lowest is Rain, which is a comic book series. There's 2 comic books, I believe there's I think it's just a duology. My average rating is a 4 stars, which is definitely higher than last year from what I can remember. And the highest rated book is A Light in the Flame. It's a really good book. So hyped for the 3rd one, I really am. Okay, so now we can actually get into my statistics that I have accumulated. I think that's the word. Anyway, we will now have a look at the statistics that I have calculated for myself, that I have gathered. I think that's the word I'm looking for. 2022 in terms of books read in DNFs, so I have read a total of 40 books, but there's 4 DNFs. I don't know what happened, because last year I had missed some numbers as well. I don't know what's been happening with that. I really don't. Giving me a bit of a headache thinking about it, but I know there's a 4 DNFs. If you've seen my best worst DNFs disappointments of the year, which I will link down below and also somewhere in the video, you will know that I had 4 DNFs. I just don't know what happened to the other one. I really don't. Now we will look at pages read in 2022. I have done this monthly. Even though it wasn't the best reading year, it was still pretty decent. March was definitely the best month. And I think that's because I have been reading less books, but the page numbers have been high, which I think is the reason why. September I read nothing, only because I don't want any carryovers. I decided I do not want to carry over any books in between the months, and I was reading books very slowly. I was reading 2 books that I had been reading for months, and I was just reading so incredibly slowly, but overall, it wasn't too bad. I definitely had a good year last year. Definitely had a better year last year. Now, for genres in the year, definitely fantasy was the winner. There's going to be some changes next year. I want to keep fantasy. Sorry, there's going to be changes for this year, not next year. We're in 2023 now, not 2022. So I still want to keep fantasy, sci-fi, horror, thriller, romance. I still got general fiction, non-fiction, and historical fiction. I don't want to do... do I want to do poetry? I don't know, because I don't read a whole lot of poetry, as you can see. I want to increase my non-fiction, and the miscellaneous is what manga and comic books and graphic novels would be, and I do want to have that genre be its own category. I don't want miscellaneous to be like for that anymore. I want miscellaneous to be something else, like maybe poetry or something. I'm not entirely sure. I read a lot of horror in October. Definitely a lot of horror. Okay, let us look at the formatting now. So, definitely a lot of ebooks in 2022. 14 physical. Looking at my shelves isn't too bad. Obviously, I do want it to be a little bit higher because I do want to keep reading books on my shelves. And it can happen. It's going to happen. It can happen. But, you know, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I remember last year. Last year, physical and ebook were equal. Pretty much equal, I believe, if I remember correctly. Author, gender, whether I read more female or male authors, I definitely read more female authors. And if I read a book from the same female author, like just say Jennifer L. Armentrout, if I read 2 of her books, I would categorize that as just one gender, one author, and not split it up into 2. I definitely know this was more equal last year. In 2021. I'm not mad if I read more male or female, like it doesn't bother me. I just think it's interesting to see what gender I read more from, but it really Genuinely does not bother me which one I read from more. Okay, now for the ratings. I have read a lot of 4-star books, which is good. One 1-star book, which is also pretty good, like I gotta admit. I want to keep 1-star, 2-star, 3 stars as low as I possibly can. A 5-star, I don't know if I'm picky with 5 stars, but I've just read a lot of really good books in 2022, so I'm not too mad about that. I'd be more happy if I had more 4 stars. Oh, am I though? Honestly, I'd be happy if I had both. Should I oh my gosh, I don't know now. I had something in my head and I just completely forgot. I don't know whether I want the 5 stars to be increased. Like, I don't know if I want the 4 or 5 stars to be on an equal playing field, on an equal plane. I'm not sure. I don't seek a book out or read a book knowing or hoping that it'll be a 5-star. I just hope to really enjoy a book. And for the most part, I really do enjoy books that I read. So I'd be happy if I had more. I would be happy if I had more 4 stars than 5 stars, because at least that way I'm enjoying a lot of books. If I have more 5 stars and if 4 and 5 stars are at an equal playing field, that is completely fine as well. I'd be very happy with that, but that's just how it is, you know? For the release years, like if I read a 2022 release or if I read a backlist, definitely more backlist than 2022 releases. I've actually done a pretty good job at keeping track and reading my anticipated releases for 2022. I did pretty good. There were some I didn't get a chance to read just because of circumstances. Backlist is actually pretty good because there's a lot of backlist that I do want to read as well. So honestly, I'd be happy if both of these, like the new releases and backlist going into the future, into 2023, I'd be very happy if they were both equal. I don't remember what it was last year though, because I never really properly paid attention. I don't think I did it properly, but anyway. Standalones or series, which ones have I read more from? Definitely more standalones than series. I'm looking to rectify that. I'm looking for it to be at least around that halfway point. So yeah, it's not too bad considering. It could be a little bit better, but it's not too bad. I think that's all I had to show you. That was all I had to show you. It's just a quick little video of looking at my statistics for 2022. I don't know what else to add into these videos, but this is what I have so far. Please let me know down below what was your reading year like for 2022. I would really like to know. See you later.